Good afternoon everybody, and a very warm welcome back to the channel. We're at Birmingham Airport today with a very special preview of the upcoming Just Flight 146 Professional, coming soon to Microsoft Flight Simulator. Macca Simulations Birmingham scenery, I should say, to kick things off today, and we're going to be heading along down to the Channel Islands in this retro Jersey European BAE 146 100 variant, on a route from many years ago. So very exciting. Here she is in all her glory, and I hope you guys are really excited for today. If you're tuning in for the first time, a very warm welcome on board. Please do consider hitting that subscribe button down below, and of course share your thoughts throughout the live chat today. Any questions, any tips, all that sort of stuff. I'd be keen to hear from you guys as well. Alberto, good morning. Yoep, heyo to you. Dan, hello. Was hoping to join in but caught out with the World Update release and stuck doing that now. Well, I'm hoping, touch wood, if all goes to plan and all goes well for leg one, we will continue onwards back to Birmingham. Who knows? But here she is, up close and personal. And I've got to say, it's a really nice bit of modelling work from the Just Flight team. The Whisperjet, as she's known. There's the GPU, the ground power unit, and it actually has a little exhaust smoke coming out of it as well. Doctor on board, first time flying 4 engines for a regional jet, yeah. But I mean, look how good she looks. It looks remarkably cool, doesn't it? What do you guys think so far? I know we've just started, but she looks great, right? And I know for those of you who watched my video yesterday that went live on the channel, we went through the struts here, had a good look around the model itself and the remarkable work that the Just Flight team have done so far effectively. Now, we're going to be doing VOR navigation today, quite complex actually, and I'm still getting to grips with everything here too. It's a very alien aeroplane for those of us who love the Airbus airliners or the Boeing 747 or 787, that sort of thing. But here she is in all her glory, and looking pretty fantastic. We've got some custom wing views, yes, Sam. A few sneaky wing views. Of course, it wouldn't be us, would it, if we didn't? Yoep, remember for 8 months, fantastic. Gotta love the jets with analog instruments. Can't wait for the Just Flight Fokker himself. Well, that's yeah, of course that's coming soon as well, isn't it? So that'd be good. We're daring to do this on VATSIM, and I'm hoping, touch wood, I can just about manage this. I've done 2 flights in it so far. Still really trying to get to grips with it all as well, and just learn the jet. It's those of you with the Aerosoft CRJ, it's like that, but a bit more retro and a bit more hands-on. But you know what? I'm having a great time learning it. I've got this FCOM that Just Flight have sent to me, which is basically the manufacturer's instructions for how to operate the jet. And it's over 2,400 pages long. And it is mind-boggling. Mind-boggling. Here we are. Welcome to the flight deck. There's a lot going on. Lots of switches in the overhead, and a whole lot of gauges down below as well. There's a few things that I've noticed over the last few days as well, or the last day or two flying this, that I've kind of got to grips with. I've also noticed a couple of similarities. So those of us who like Airbus, all the switches tend to go in one direction, don't they, if they're on? And in this, they tend to go towards the tail if they're on, and towards the nose if they're off. That's a couple of little tricks. Let's turn the ice detection on there with a guarded cover. Wesley coming from Belfast, hello to you. Reglar, hello to you as well, welcome. So we're off to Jersey. It's around about an hour or so flight time. Airport elevation's 277 feet. Which is about there. Plus 500. About there. And we've got the APU on as well. $903. Is it just YouTube's compression or are the external logos lower quality? They don't look low quality to me. Have a little look on your settings inside YouTube as you view the stream to see if you've got like data saver on or anything like that. I mean, that looks pretty good to me. I mean, the liveries, some of the liveries are still undergoing some tweaks, some changes as well prior to release. Dan, yeah, we're using the freewear jersey, Super Spuds. Okay, right. VOR nav to begin with. Let's bring up Navigraph and we'll go through a few things. What have we got here? This is going to be tough work for me today, so you'll have to bear with me as I'll be trying to fly it, but also try to navigate at the same time. To begin with, there's our charts for Birmingham. We're in the Whiskey Cul-de-sac, Terminal 1. We're going to push start, taxi to runway 33 for our departure. Then on to the Daventry 4 Foxtrot. Standard instrument departure. We're going to depart 327 degrees, and then we're going to intercept a radial of 189 degrees to Trent, inbound Trent 1157. When we get to 26 DME from Trent, we're going to then turn right. We want to be between 5,000 to 6,000 feet. Hopefully we can achieve that. And then outbound to intercept a inbound course of 147 degrees to the Daventry VOR, which is on the frequency 1164. And then we want to be at 9 DME, Daventry at 6,000 feet. Cruise today, flight level 210, our call sign Jersey 561. From Daventry, we're going to then fly along this Uniform Mike 605 airway to Silver. So we'll basically overfly Daventry, and we then want to fly outbound about 168 degrees. There we go, 168 degrees from Daventry. Outbound to Silver, and then from Silver we should intercept a inbound sort of course to Compton's VOR. We'll go direct Compton, and then we're going to head out from Compton 183 degrees track down to Pepe, Quebec 41 down to Southampton VOR as well. So a little bit of mid VOR navigational stuff to sort of play around with today as well, and that, you know, I'm not necessarily the best at, but we can give it a go. So outbound radial of 015 into Southampton, and then from there 229 degrees outbound to Capex, and then about 26 DME Capex we're going to then turn left 198 degrees to 51 DME from Southampton, which is the Marrock waypoint. Then we're going to turn left again, track 185 degrees down to Lelna. Throughout this we'll be managing descent 2, and then we're going to head into runway 08 Lelna 1 Kilo over Alderney, and then passing between Jersey Guernsey into the approach to Jersey. Just need to make sure I've got the correct, there we go, Lelna, flight level 200 apparently. That seems to me like we're going to be a bit too high potentially, so who knows, we'll see what happens. I might just bust that constraint and continue to descend below that because I'm still learning the plane, and then we're going to do this, oh, let's see, VOR DME approach runway 08. We could do the ILS. We'll do the ILS, but I'll pin the VOR just in case as well. A couple of options there for us. Exciting. Hopefully you guys are looking forward to this today. David A, hello to you. Jeff flying a British plane. Outfitting, yes indeed. Yoep's got the feels like flying the DC-6 and the CRJ now. Don't forget to wave on your approach to Jersey. 1903 is under the flight path. Awesome. You see, no problem at all. Enjoy your world update flight. Otokar, welcome aboard. Right, let's see. So we've got those set. We need Daventry 4 Foxtrot, which was to 6,000. Let's wind this up. 6,000. We're on Unicom at the moment. Oh, actually, hold on, stand by. I think we've just had London Centre come online as well. Ooh. Covering the yellow bit. Oh god, this is going to be stressful then. 127. 127, 100. Oh, yay. I mean, I could have just not done it on that sim. But why not put ourselves through the stress? See if we can do it.
Off departure, so could we just continue like that?
Yeah, you can continue like that if you want, but in the UK...
There's the thrust modulation system thing. So it's 17 degrees at the moment at Birmingham, QNH 1030, but we're going to do a derated takeoff, so we're going to select the sort of reference temperature at 22-ish degrees. We can test everything, we can press and hold,
level change on the MCP, level change
and it'll work through all of this. Look at that, very cool. There's our V-speed strip as well, and with the derated takeoff, nice long runway at Birmingham. We can go through all this stuff. Let's go cargo doors. Oh, actually, it's one thing I've not looked at.
Cleared Frankfurt, Cali to Yankee 0736.
Let's see.
2 Fox Romeo. 2 Fox Romeo, reback is correct.
There goes some of the animations.
Oh. Jet 942, A5, I've got your flight plan now, stand by, I'll call you back. Thank you.
Oh, Dan, I could have used Postcon. I still don't understand how to use it, to be totally honest. Ah, yeah.
766, nothing further, Unicom now, 122.
Wesley, it's busy. It's a busy aircraft. So we've got the APU fired up. We just make sure we have. So yeah, that's all good. Green. APU power is available. APU gen is on, although it's shown
Hello.
gen offline.
Could you send me the route that you're flying in a private message, please? I'll just put it in the text. Yes. Thank you.
Which then makes me think, what have I missed? Green. AC pumps on auto. That's all looking good. We're not far from getting the engine started either, so we'll just turn that on. Turn those pumps on. Yeah, we've got it all working. Who knows? Michael saying plane looks nice, but the workflow just to fly it properly seems a bit much. It is, isn't it? Seller, it doesn't have VNAV or anything like that. It's down to us to work it all out. It's like a slightly more tricky version of the CRJ. It's pretty tricky. Right, let's get our clearance from London Control. What stand are we at? Definitely have forgotten. 14. Thank God for good scenery.
We're on the 9 Victor Yankee runway, see your question 04, clear for takeoff, a steps wind stance, there's 180 degrees 4 knots.
Natural 030.
Lufthansa 2 Foxtrot, Romeo under control.
So why is the APU showing a fault? Have I flown the Colomata Concorde on X-Plane? I don't have X-Plane. You know what I'm going to do? We'll switch that off. Switch that gen off, because we're still on external power, which is fine. We'll make sure we remain on external power. Cool. Well, that's all showing 0 now anyway.
And London run at 100 Tango.
Runway 100 Tango.
Hello, sir. Just confirm it's 09 for departure.
Runway 27.
27 for departure.
So at the moment, the version we've got, speaking about
Yep, runway 27.
VNAV and LNAV and all that,
variable 4 knots. You can
there's an
have 0
FMC that they're going to be working at creating soon, but it's not available yet.
Right, okay.
That will come in the future.
I'll get back to you, run at 100 Tango.
London Control, good afternoon, Jersey 561, stand 14 at Birmingham, BAE 146 with a QNH 1030, request RFR to Jersey, please.
From Jet 2 Whiskey Echo, contact London on 129 decimal 425.
129 decimal 45 function with CFO, thank you, and see you, bye-bye.
Ryder 9 Victor Yankee, report your passing altitude.
We'll have to wait for that. We'll get a squawk code.
Ryder 9 Victor Yankee, roger, route direct to red for climb flight level 370.
Alright,
Jersey
there we go.
561.
Last message.
Would you prefer runway 33 on 15?
33, please.
Okay, someway.
And London, hello, run at 100 Tango. We'll take 27 for departure and we're fully ready for taxi.
Ryder 100 Tango, roger, taxi Ryan Alpha.
Variable
Alpha
33.
1,
Here's the transponder down here. You can add also your call sign.
Yeah, Whiskey 1's flying report ready.
Yeah, what's the one? We'll call you fully ready, run at 100 Tango.
Jersey 561.
Last message.
Jersey 561, clear Jersey, Daventry 4 Foxtrot departure, runway 33, squawk 0325.
Bed Jersey, Daventry 4 Foxtrot departure, squawk 0325, Jersey 561.
Jersey 561, that's correct, and information Bravo has just become active for Birmingham.
Information Bravo, roger, Jersey 561, thanks. 0325. Now, I'm going to do that now, stick it on TA, and we want to plan our pushback. Pre-plan pushback. Dan, all fun and games. Perhaps today he doesn't even know we're streaming. Toolbar pushback's been updated, of course, so now we get that little pre-planning function if you are tuning in and you don't know what that is.
Did you manage to send me across your route?
Right, Daventry 2 Foxtrot, we want radio 189, so it's inbound 009. And then I'm going to set
Alright, thank you.
147 here in the other one just to use as a reminder. Yeah, there's a lot to take in here. Right, I think with APU Gen offline, this is a beta build, by the way, folks, so things might not go right or wrong, but also we have a fairly incompetent pilot, i.e. me, trying to learn this and show you guys basically everything. Let's turn the packs off. And let's get rid of the music for now so we can hear. We'll turn engine 4 on. So start master, engine 4, packs are off, APU's on, continuous ignitions A and B are selected, engine anti-ice is switched on as well. We've got the beacon on now. We'll see if we've got everything set up correctly. There go the stairs.
And London, hello, run at 100 Tango, approaching Whiskey 1 for
Good morning.
Runway 100 Tango from Whiskey 1, runway 27, clear for takeoff, winds variable less than 5 knots.
Runway
Get that door shut.
Run at 100 Tango.
Lufthansa 2 Fox, I make up Bravo, request touch and start. Lufthansa 2 Fox, Romeo, we'll change to runway 33, so it will now be the ADMX 1 Mike departure.
No worries, ADMX 1 Mike, and we're still ready.
What have we got here? That's
Okay,
looking
start
good.
Side, push and start approved face to the west.
Touch and start through facing west, 2 Fox, Romeo.
I'm a monitor. We'll go flaps 18 for takeoff as well, so we will select that and you can see all the bugs move.
So Yankee Mike, hello, clear Jersey, unlocks 1 Mike, runway 33, squawk is 7730.
Squiggly, plane looks nice. Yeah, it is. It's a lot to learn, naturally, but it's great fun.
7730, trying to take your mic.
So Yankee Mike, correct, confirm your stand number.
Custom views wise, we've got a few that I've set up for today, which we'll try and make use of. And I've actually disabled the interior. There is an option in the EFB which allows you to turn it on and off, which is really nifty. Let's turn them on. Gen 4 on. We'll do bleed engine 4.
And London, hello, runner 100 Tango is active in the circuit, climbing for 3000.
Hello, 100 Tango, squawk Met Charlie.
Squawk Met Charlie, runner 100 Tango.
Firing up. Throwing the fuel in. Flying Doc, I've been watching a couple of videos online
That's runway 27, turn right, heading 070 degrees.
from many years ago.
070 degrees, runner 100 Tango.
Engine 3 pump and go on.
And London, runner 100 Tango, just for your information, so we're looking to do 5 touch and goes, 3 of them will be visual, 2 of them will be ILS.
Runner 100 Tango, roger, just let me know each time round.
Confirm.
Oh, here. Hopefully it does come with manuals. I think it is going to be coming with manuals, yes. Okay, there we go. Ah, that's why we had connected the external AC, which is why it wasn't routing through the APU. Last message.
Just a change of departure for you if possible. It's now ungap on the Mike departure and then leave us 608 to Daventry, then as filed.
Sorry, was that for runner 100 Tango?
Negative.
Yeah, I might be unable with that. It's VOR only I need today, please. Jersey 561.
Okay, you non-RNAV.
APM.
Okay, Roger, stick with the Daventry then.
We'll go Jersey 561 and request push start.
Jersey 561, stand 15, push and start approved, face to the west.
Push start approved, face west, Jersey 561.
Cockpit to ground.
I have filed as non-RNAV.
Right now, 100 Tango, confirm ILS.
Negative, be visual.
Hello, 100 Tango, roger, turn right, heading at 090 degree, turn to altitude 2000 feet.
Right, 090, descend 2000, runner 100 Tango.
And right now, 100 Tango, report ready to commence the approach.
Yeah, we'll call you when
Okie dokie.
when we're ready to turn.
Let's go. Doctor on board, note, the only reason why I started first before pushback is because I wasn't sure if I'd created a bit of a fault with the APU. So I'd remained on external power to get 2 started, so we had hydraulics and bleed.
Brakes are set. You may lift.
Parking brake set. Lifting the aircraft.
Started operating, there's the aircraft lifting, I love that.
We are cleared for start and push.
Okay, cleared for push start. Please release parking brake.
Parking brakes are released.
Commencing pushback. You can start the engines in
Engine
sequence.
2 pump goes
You'll
on.
Start in the sequence.
We have got the AC pump on auto as well. And so that's starter 1 complete. Engine 4 starts.
And London, runner 100 Tango, ready for the baseline.
Hello, 100 Tango, cleared visual approach, runway 27, report final.
Clear visual, call final, runner 100 Tango.
Runway 100 Tango, after departure, climb straight ahead, altitude 3000 feet, and this will be a standing agreement.
Yeah, that's fine, sir. Climb 3000 straight after departure and confirm runway heading.
Over.
He's going to have great fun with me when I depart. And I'm desperately trying to cling on to everything going on.
Here's the taxi. Lufthansa Lufthansa 2 Foxtrot, Romeo, taxi.
I even put in the remarks VOR only,
Sierra, hold Sierra,
and VOR only, and a beta version of an upcoming 146. Peter, hello. Bernie Eccleston bought 2 146s ex Queen's Flight, flew them from Biggin for F1 personnel. You know what, actually, there are those liveries included as well. Right.
Okay, pushback completed. Please set your parking brake.
Parking brake set.
Parking brake set. Lowering aircraft.
So, engine 2, pump on. Engine 3, pump on. They're all
Ground.
selected.
Startup is complete. You may disconnect.
Gen 1 can now go on.
Right now, 100 Tango, final 27, touch and go.
Runway Tango, runway 27, clear touch
Holding
and go,
position
winds very well,
waiting for
less
the
than
visual.
5 knots.
Thank you and good.
Okay, touch and go, runway 27, right now, 100 Tango.
Max. Recirc valve warning's gone off. Recenter the engine start selector to off. And we can turn start master off.
Tom Jet 942.
Heater heaters, vanes. That's on bat. That's good. Those icings are off. Anti-tail ice is switched off. You can't have that on for takeoff. Let's turn the taxi lights on. We also want to turn anti-ice one on.
561, sorry about the aircraft behind you, I've got no contact with it.
No problem at all. Jersey 561, request taxi.
You can taxi Whiskey, left Delta, hold Delta 7 initially.
Taxi Whiskey, left Delta, hold Delta 7, Jersey 561. Bar brakes off. And we are on the way. Laps 18. There's our little manual selector thing there.
Right, then
Quickly make sure I've got these all good. And I've got the Velocity 1 throttle yoke system, so need me taxi charts. Where's Delta 7? So it's just coming up there.
And London right now, 100 Tango, is active in the south here.
Roger.
Philip, I don't think there is a difference, to be honest. Unless I...
561, continue now, Delta and Echo Sierra, hold Sierra 1, runway 33.
continue Delta, Echo, Sierra, hold Sierra 1, runway 33, Jersey 561. So there's a little CRJ going off up there. Ollie,
Go back to ring visual.
your damper.
Turn right heading 075.
Right, 075 expect entry to the visual approach, runway 27, right now 100 Tango.
We need to turn the APU off. I'll do that in a second. And APU gen off.
Runway 33, subsequent variable less than 5 knots, clear for takeoff. Clear for takeoff 33, left answer 2 Fox, right here.
James, you'd like to think. Greaser looks pretty good, yes. Amateur pilot though. AP warning's gone off. I mean, most of, you know, if anything goes wrong today, it will be because of my
behind the
negligence.
CRJ, line up on weight runway 33 behind.
Find the departing CRJ, line up runway 33 behind, Jersey 561. Let's get the flight director on ready. Right, so we need to turn on, that's already on. And we want the thrust modulation on as well, 92. So, there's something I should have really done a minute ago. Because I've got to do for all 4 engines.
Right, I want to go to Central altitude 2000 feet, report ready for the approach.
Eastern 2000, we'll call ready for the approach, right now 100 Tango.
92. Just going to slow this down a little bit here because we need to turn. Strobes on, there we go. So those are blue at the moment on the thrust modulation system, and what I've read is effectively they need to extinguish, and that's then the throttle system saying I can give you enough power now.
Tango, just a bit of further information, that turbulence 2,300 feet.
Right there, 100 Tango, roger.
Click those on.
105 degrees.
Right time 105, right now 100 Tango.
I think we're done. I think we're ready. We'll use as much runway as we can. Now this is going to be really busy, so it's not going to be like a typical stream with me where you're going to get loads of wing views and all that sort of thing, because I've got my work cut out effectively.
Lufthansa 2 Foxtrot Romeo, report your passing altitude.
Passing 3,800.
Lufthansa 2 Foxtrot Romeo, roger. Climb down flight level 190 and just say your altitude again.
190 and we're passing 4,000.
I'm just going to stick out to TA.
London, hello, right now 100
Alright.
Tango, ready for the base.
Right, 100 Tango, clear visual approach, runway 27, report final.
Clear visual, report final, right now 100 Tango.
By the way, this has got a horn. For the engineers. Carl, around end of April from what I understand. Right, this is the first time flying this live, folks, so to put it mildly, I am nervous. Elevated trim.
60 Tango X-ray London control, good afternoon, roger.
London, right now 100 Tango, final 27 touch and go.
Lufthansa 2 Foxtrot Romeo, right turn direct Cowley.
Right turn direct Cowley, Lufthansa 2 Fox Romeo.
Right, 100 Tango, runway 27, clear touch and go, wind 050 degrees, 6 knots.
Clear touch and go 27, right now 100 Tango.
Here she is.
2561, runway 33, clear takeoff, winds are now 080 degrees, 3 knots.
Fantastic. Clear for takeoff, runway 33, Jersey 561. So let's just deal with the throttle first. Use my further out zoom.
TMS sets takeoff.
I'll break off.
Power set, flex achieved.
There we go. Speed's alive.
Both sides.
Look at that, it's almost got a
Knots cross-checked.
co-pilot helping us here.
VOR.
Rotate.
Rotate. V2.
And
Active rate of climb. Gear up.
just going to try and trim this.
London control, run 6 Lima Whiskey, maintain back level 380 with you.
And a 6 Lima Whiskey, London control, good afternoon, roger.
Right, let's get autopilot on, your dampers good. And we'll do VL. We're up. We'll just retrim here for the initial climb.
Hello, right now 100 Tango is active, back in circuit.
Roger. 2561, report passing altitude.
Passing 3,000 feet, Jersey 561.
2561, roger, climb down, flight level 190.
Fly now, flight level 190, Jersey 561.
Lufthansa 2 Foxtrot Romeo, contact London on 129F45, right?
12945, Lufthansa 2 Foxtrot Romeo, bye.
190. Get those flaps up.
Right, I want to try and go back to the visual.
That's as much as I can give you guys at the moment.
Right 5075 back to the visual 27, right now 100 times.
Look at that for an animation. Just see what this does. I'll leave it on V-lock. 1013.
4451, London Alone, cleared Tel Aviv, matched to Charlie departure, runway 07, score 5626.
29992. Let's bring that throttle down a little bit here.
Charlie, departure number 07, spot 5636, please go stop off that one.
We're going 4451.
Bit too much.
Correct, just confirm your funding.
Stand number 8, please go stop off that one.
Thanks.
Okay. Turn the thrust modulation system off now. Alberto. Not enjoying the looks. Let's do about 85% M1.
Please one right turn direct Compton, Charlie Papa Tango.
Right turn direct Compton, Jersey 561. One 1435.
Hello, easy. 38 Romeo Kilo at Lotus 23 right, A319, gate 1029, clearance spot line. Station coming stand by 1 clear back.
Here we go.
And, London Runner, what? London Runner, 100
dear.
100, go ahead.
Sorry,
That'll do. Bit keen on that.
We're actually going to make this the final landing notice again, so requesting vectors for the ILS approach runway 27.
We're just going to go Roger, vectors, ILS approach runway 27, maintain.
Let's refresh the Fly Live studio because it's good to see that's not working. Willie Canuck, hello to you. Welcome. Just got off the phone with Martin. Wow, one of the lead Just Flight developers, of course.
53 Romeo Kilo, clear Barcelona, Compton 7 Charlie departure, squawk 1072.
So after Compton, we will be going to Southampton, which is 1135.
Correct, and report London. 23 right.
1135, that's ready.
Right, S6 Lima Whiskey, when ready, descend to flight level 200.
71 miles to Compton.
Roger, will you descend flight level 200 run 7, thank you.
And we can accelerate that a little bit more now.
I'm jet 942 London. Hello. I'm jet 942, you cleared.
Go back to VL. So we're just going direct to Compton, so we can do that.
After departure, runway 33, climb straight ahead to altitude.
Yeah, really strange. I'm not sure what's happening with your sim. Nabil, welcome back.
Walk 750.
Direct to VORs make it a lot easier, doesn't it?
After departure, just climb straight ahead.
129425 could be next.
Proceed.
Oops. Oh dear. 1271. Back. So about 280 knots now. I think 250 knots, sorry, is what we're doing at the moment. Rocketing through the sky above the Midlands. Look at that. There's one thing for the list of things to do, turn the landing lights off. Got haze down below as well. That's all good. Turn those off.
561, contact London 129 at 45, bye now.
Contact London 129 at decimal 425, Jersey 561. Thanks for ATC. Bye.
Takeoff Alpha, EC 979, thank you.
Make sure we've armed the altitude there so we actually get to it and it levels off. London Control, good afternoon, Jersey 561. Direct Compton, climbing through flight level 125 for flight level 190.
Jersey 561, London Control, hello, climb flight level 210.
Climb flight level 210, Jersey 561, hello. 210, rearm. Nabil, so I initially started with just
Philippine 3219, turn right, heading 040 degrees.
videos.
Cleared ILS approach.
In fact, some of my earlier videos I didn't even speak in them. Right, while we're in the cruise, very briefly, folks, is there anything you guys want to see?
For Philippine 3219er, cleared ILS 08 right, get me.
Anything at all you guys want to see with this? 55 DME to that. I mean, look at that. It's great looking out over the wing, and you can just about see those dumpy little engines.
Holding 6000, 721.
Coventry Airport down below.
Are you indicating altitude 5,700 feet? So just say again your level.
And then we've got Oxford down here, somewhere through the haze. So in relation to learning this aeroplane, I am not amazing at it. I frequently make mistakes. Wesley. Got pilot Adam's Tower in Jersey. Good grief. Julian, welcome on board. I hope you're well. I've got an ADF tuned in here, but I can't remember how to use it exactly. Make sure our heading bug stays centered on us as well. There's that GoPro cam view, look at that. Spectacular. Okazao, no, it's not, sadly. We found actually there's 2 real-world BAE 146 routes still in operation today, at the moment, in Australia.
Osprey 459, fly heading 150 degrees.
Oh, there's an Osprey.
Heading 150 degrees, Osprey 459er.
Oh. Who's that? Legend.
London Control, good afternoon. Golf Juliet Alpha, Golf Alpha is on the ground at Biggin Hill, crash clearance.
You wouldn't believe it, but we're pretty much doing about 290 knots at the moment. Just bring that speed back up a little bit. It's a theory, yep. Altitude's armed.
Time flight level 270, 721.
Yeah, I'd imagine so, yeah.
Level 260.
Time flight level 260, 721.
Ah, there's one in America as well, good stuff.
Fly heading 020 degrees.
Right, so where were we? So from Compton we're going direct to well, almost direct to Southampton. So Compton, track 183 till 18 DME. So Compton, 18 DME, 183 degrees. And then at 18 DME, we go direct inbound to Southampton. That's Miguel, fantastic. Okay, I think I've got everything set. Bahrain has 2 of them as well. Awesome. 2325 TARA. Let's see. Now there's a thing about synchronizing, but I can't remember what exactly that is, and I haven't found that section yet inside FCON. But a couple of things we'll think about nearer to approach. But in the meantime, we can enjoy some views.
Lufthansa 25 Tango Echo, report your heading to London Control 127.1. Lufthansa 25 Tango Echo, report your heading to London Control 127.1.
Hopefully you think I am rather
Osprey 4590, turn left heading 020 degrees, descend, corrections, turn left heading 020 degrees.
pushing it really for I shall do, Doc. Bear with me.
Could you please repeat the heading for Osprey 459?
Osprey 459, turn left heading 020 degrees.
There we go. We'll try that.
020 degrees for Osprey 459.
Lufthansa 721, resume.
Yeah, I'm hoping you guys can see that I'm doing this on VATSIM, and it's kind of showing my faith in the aircraft. More so than my own ability, because I doubt that I'm particularly great at this, but I'm trying to show that I'm confident flying it on VATSIM, because the aeroplane itself is very good. And it makes it a bit more immersive, doesn't it? Love a bit of VATSIM action. Keep smashing the like button while you're here, guys, as well. If you're new to the channel, I would love it if you choose to become a subscriber. And when this does get released, Tapsi has already jacked up the idea of creating a livery for us, so we can expect an Osprey Airways, Osprey Regional sort of retro-esque early 2000 feel livery for this as well, which would be quite cool. 21 to Compton. Nabil, how are the flight dynamics? It feels sporty, but it feels clumsy, if that makes sense. And I don't know what a 146 actually feels like to fly, because I've never flown one, but it does feel different to a lot of other aircraft that I've flown before. I need to work out my top of descent. I'm in Lelna, November 621. Are we doing the November 621? We are. So supposedly at Lelna, we have to be at flight level 200. Then we've got 17 miles to Alderney, followed by 32. That's a lot of height to lose in that time. That's impossible. Wesley, no, I might do a return back to Birmingham if all goes well. Touch wood. Here's a question for you guys. How do you arm the NDB or the ADF in this? C chord for the altitudes. So, altitudes arm, flight level 210. QNH 1013, we've manually changed that to the flight level standard pressure. 13 miles to Compton. But yeah, Willie's summed it up perfectly actually. Willie flew the P3D model. It was very hands-on for landing and not a forgiving aircraft. Yeah, it's those of you who know I love the CRJ will know that actually I enjoy it because of how busy it is in the flight deck and how rewarding it was to learn the process of flying the Aerosoft CRJ. Now this is probably not much different, but there's more going on.
Yeah, it's all in text for you. Osprey 459, turn right heading 110 degrees, descend to altitude 2,000 feet, cleared ILS approach, runway 08 right.
And confirm on text. Thank you.
And Lambda Melo from the from King Air of 160 training.
That's us levelled off.
260 inbound gas to
160 Tango X-ray line control, Roger. Let's confirm if you're cruising level, flight level 260.
Okay, let's try and get this throttle sorted out here.
Roger.
So we're at cruise. 5 miles to Compton. Right, so now we need to go 18 DME, or where is my charts? Bad time.
721, monitor the count.
183 degrees. About there. So 183 is ready.
Lufthansa 721, monitor the count.
We'll activate that now because it's Rose a little bit, which indicates we're overflying it. We are.
Golf Juliet Alpha, Golf Alpha, go ahead.
Willie, yeah, that's a good one as well. If you
Golf Alpha,
you can lose it very quickly.
Lima Bravo, joining Lima 10 at Dover. After departure, runway 03, climb to altitude 2,400 feet, squawk 6205.
Little adjustment on the throttle again, I think. And you can see they're all doing their own thing. It's quite difficult to deal with. We will manage descent shortly, and that uses the thrust module thing there as well. And we'll go into the descent phase.
Lima 10 at Dover, runway 03.
Bernardo, you can connect as observer, but
And Osprey 459
it can be a bit tricky.
Golf Alpha negative, squawk 6205.
Okay, that's good. That's showing that we're flying the outbound nicely.
Golf Alpha correct, brake, Osprey 459, turn right, heading 250 degrees, maintain altitude 3,000 feet.
Turning to 250.
Camera Mini, can I make a flight plan in the game menu with this BAE 146? Yes, you can.
Control 127.1.
Percent 1, easy 979 echo, bye.
Blue Cross, David 53 Kilo Papa.
Jersey Tower 11945.
130.
Roger.
Speed's looking good. We're managing that nicely. So we're at 21,000 feet. We're probably going to want to get down to about 3,000. We'll call it 2,500 actually. Speed-wise, we're doing about 280 at the moment. We'll end up doing 180. We need 70 miles apparently. So I'll probably add 10 because I'm getting to grips with the aircraft.
Heading 050 degrees, descend flight level 70.
$15 DME.
Fly heading 050 degrees and descend to 2,000 Starway. That's 53 Kilo Papa.
London, good afternoon, easy 63 Charlie November, 3,000 feet.
56 feet around November, running control, hello, climb now to altitude 6,000 feet.
On 6,000, easy 63 Charlie November.
Inbound Southampton now. There we go. Checking the speed again. There's no auto throttle, remember. 70 miles. 70 miles?
Hey, sorry, couldn't hear you, Robertson, speak, say again.
Uchim, hello! Hey dude, this aircraft looks brilliant, looking forward to release, hope things are good, yeah. Very busy, which is why I'm probably not checking live chat as much as I often do. 10 miles to Southampton already, yikes. And then we want to go outbound 229 degrees, so we'll go VL.
050,
No, negative, it's flight level 70 on standard pressure.
229 track, but obviously we're flying a heading, so we need to take into account wind. What else have we got here? Need to think about Jersey 1122.
D6 Charlie November, fly heading 240 degrees.
I think 240 degrees, easy 63 Charlie.
229, which is pretty much what we've got set. Oh, you're taking me on one of the flyovers short. Eunice, hello, welcome. And all we're going to do here is just go back to heading mode. Sam is the best, so that's a good question. In the future, the FMC here will work, and it will give us the ability then to do a bit more LNAV stuff, in which case we would just use LNAV on the autopilot bar here, and that would basically deal with most of our route for us, for the likes of RNAV and all that sort of stuff.
Osprey 459 turn right, heading 050 degrees, cleared ILS approach, runway 08 right.
229.
And clear the ILS for the 08 right, Osprey 459.
Try and intercept this.
November, climb flight level 150.
Fabio, welcome. Hello, welcome, welcome. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you're well. Dock and board, exactly, yes. And all the engines are kind of doing their own little thing. You can synchronise them based on M1. You can use it in the TMS here, but I'm still sort of working that out at the moment. 6 miles, so from here, Sanborn, we're going to be flying this now outbound to 26 DME, then we're going to turn left on a track of 198 degrees until we get Southampton 51. So this is a little bit of, almost like a bit of dead reckoning as well going on here. Route direct Lelna, Jersey 561.
6 Charlie November, turn left heading 230 degrees, climb flight level 350.
Which is track 207.
230 degrees, climb flight level 350, easy 263 Charlie November.
It's about
Centre 2 Foxtrot, Romeo,
there.
Monarch Unicom. Woof, that's the release, Monarch Unicom, 2 Fox Romeo, bye.
Under control, good afternoon, Scandinavian 49, passing 4,500 feet, 6,000.
10.
Scandinavian 49, under control, hello.
207, 178.
Climb flight level 130, Scandinavian 49.
London control, Finnair 113 at 5.
Lelna should be 65 DME from Southampton.
Good afternoon, London Control. This is Speedbird 14 Romeo with you, passing coming up
I
to
think
3,000.
that should be okay.
14 Romeo, London Control, Watcher, brake, Super 5, 3 kilo Papa, turn right heading 090 degrees, descend.
It's difficult because if we're flying an actual outbound radial, we kind of want that to line up. But it's not going to happen for us.
Romeo, contact London Control 127.1.
But anyway, we were.
Osprey 459, stop the slope line for 08. Yeah, stand by, breaking 275 Romeo, getting carrier wave only, confirm, contact London Control 127.1.
There's Bournemouth, I believe, down below. And there's the coast. How are you, Fabio?
Osprey 459, contact Gatwick Tower, call for only 124.225. 124.225, thanks for the ATC and the help. Yeah, see you later.
We go all the way around. Isle of Wight should be visible on the left hand side. It looks remarkably cool, doesn't it, inside Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Alpha Roger, hold position.
The Flying Fabio's in the house, welcome. There's the Isle of Wight.
Climb to altitude 2,400 feet. Roger, holding position and this over to after departure 2,400 feet. Golf Alpha.
Gatwick departure, good afternoon, 91 Bravo Delta, IMVU 10.
Stand by. Great.
Richard,
Golf Alpha, correct.
yeah, these are as I remember it from years ago. Growing up as a kid flying out of Birmingham Airport, the days of sort of Britannia Airways. This was very much one of the liveries that buzzed around Birmingham Airport of yesteryear, so yeah, very cool. I mean, that's a great view.
Route direct Fox on climb 190, Scandinavian 49.
Lots of different wing views.
Just gone through the initial climb, however you can climb now, flight level
The difficulty for me is going to be trying to get this bird down through descent. In purple, I think it did get updated, but not into the Flybe purple.
That's 53 Kilo Papa, turn left heading 300 degrees.
I'm not sure actually. Amaze, Tace, hello. Good afternoon. What are my thoughts so far as Tace is looking forward to the 146? I think it's fantastic. It's great fun. It's more complex than the CRJ, requires a little bit more forward thinking.
432, run control.
But otherwise, very unique.
Let's check if you're with me. Climb now, flight level 170.
And fairly tricky to fly too. But that makes it immersive, it makes it enjoyable. When you finally get to the other end, you know, touch wood, hopefully our touchdown's going to be nice and smooth into Jersey. And then you get that sense of rewarding sort of feeling.
0371, ladder control, 2.5
Just smashing it and doing a good job. Fabio, while you're here, have you worked out how to tune the ADF yet?
2.5 golf arrival, Viva 371.
Thanks. BV 91 Bravo Delta, report your passing level, climb flight level 80.
Currently at 3000, established, I'm climbing flight level 80, EV 91 Bravo.
Jersey 561, monitor Unicom.
Monitor Unicom, Jersey 561, thanks. There we go, now we're on Unicom. That was easy. Yep, it's off to go and check out the Heathrow scenery. Good stuff. Hopefully you enjoy it. Oh, I just can't work out how to use it, or if I'm indeed using it correctly. Pre-select 1122. Let's see if that's still actually picking up anything yet. Might be a bit too far for a weak VOR like Jersey. Yeah, this is just constant system management. Matthew, trying to actually get it to pick up. I've got 383 tuned in. I think I've got it turned on. Nabil, welcome. Gold Frequent Flyer, thanks for subscribing to the channel as a member. Gold Frequent Flyer as well. Very warm welcome on board. Thank you for supporting the stream with a membership. Very generous of you. He's got it working, finally, yes. Right, let's start a steady descent, shall we, folks? So I can work out how this all works whilst we make our way down. 56, we're pretty much at level now actually, so yeah, let's try and get down to about 3. Let's let it settle here. And we need to turn the thrust modulation system back on again, because I remember seeing that we also need to reduce our M1 at some point to continue power through some of the systems. I just want to make sure we've got the descent set up nice. Oh, perhaps that is the key. And we're picking up Jersey now. We'll just leave that. We'll just want to track our distance to Jersey. Tom Middleton, welcome on board. End of April, roughly, they're hoping to release this. Ah, it was pilot error. 3, 2, 9. Okay, so we've got the ADF tracking now and the Jersey VOR. Okay, there we go. That's Guernsey, beautiful Guernsey in the distance. Jersey is down there. And I think we're landing runway 08. 134675. I wonder if... we can pick up ATIS.
350 Zulu, runway in use 08, transition level, flight level 60, surface wind 040 degrees 10 knots, varying between 010 and 110 degrees, cab OK, temperature +18, dew point +2, QNH 1027, QFE 1018, acknowledge receipt of information, Bravo.
I'm going to set that now.
Advise aircraft type on first contact.
Info Bravo.
Jersey information Bravo. Time 1350 Zulu. Runway in use 08.
What have we got here?
Transition level, flight level 60. Surface wind 040 degrees 10 knots. Varying between 010 and 110 degrees. Cab OK, temperature +18, dew point +2, QNH 1027, QFE 1018. Acknowledge receipt of information, Bravo. And advise aircraft type on first contact.
Let's get rid of that.
Jersey.
122.8. I bring that nose up. B speeds, we're going to let's see, 120, 116. Funny enough, is actually pretty much going to be that. Like so. Get the landing lights on. PTU needs to go on. APU needs to be started. APU gen needs to go on. $250, 1,000 to go. I can dock, yes, you are correct there. But there's a lot going on. Beacon, strobe, nav, that's all set. That's all done. Packs are on still. APU air's now on. Landing altitude is set. APU gen's on, APU power's available. and the landing lights are on. Runway exit lights switched on, fasten seatbelt signs are switched on, and Peter heat's still on battery. Ace, how did the revision go? Not too badly actually. I've done the communications exam, that's been passed, that's all done. I've just got to get through a number of the big meatier ones now. There's Jersey. Maria, welcome. Right, so let's see, what have we got here? 110, let's change the preset here. 110 decimal 9er for the ILS. 10 decimal 9er. And that course is 083, which we've already got tuned now, ready to go in nav 1. Alex Aviation, loving the livery so far, good to hear. We're on Unicom. Jersey traffic, Jersey 561, BAE 146, 20 track miles north of Jersey, inbound, Lulner 1 kilo arrival for the ILS runway 08, will report established Jersey traffic. What we'll do is we'll do a bit of self-vectoring to make sure that we get to the right altitude at the right time here. Let's do that because we've got a few thousand to lose. Smooth flying, welcome. Is there any form of LNAV in the BAE 146? There will be, but not just yet. The reason being they haven't got the FMC working just yet. So these screens down here would ordinarily have all of our flight plan stuff inside of it. And we could then in theory use LNAV once we've got all that tuned, but we don't have that ability at the moment. So ADF to Jersey, so we've now changed the needles. Matthew, I really appreciate you dropping in. Real world CRJ captain of course, long term viewer of the channel, always throwing in some really helpful tips. 1027, 1027. ILS wise, we want to be down to 2000 in fact. Arm. Let's switch that over now. That's now the ILS. Alex, it could be quite clunky on approach if you don't handle it properly. All the more fun though, of course. If you want to see the spoilers, by the way, it's this. Look at that. And they will be armed prior to our arrival as well into Jersey. So just before we touch down, they get activated out the back of the tail. And then the lift spoilers, which are on the tops of the wings, they will activate on weight on wheels. $5,000 to go. I'm going to start to turn in here. Jersey traffic, Jersey 561 is 15 miles establishing on the ILS runway 08 and changing to tower. 119.45. 119.45.
Speed checked below 205. Select flaps 18.
Let's go flaps 18. Disarm glide slope. And in a minute, we're going to select VL. Flaps 24. Come right a little bit, we'll be a bit more aggressive here. Cancel the horn. $500 to go. Let's start putting in a bit of power.
2500. Speed check below 205. Select gear down. Speed checked below 170. Select flaps 30.
Flaps 30.
Speed check below 145. Select flap 33.
Not yet. There's the glide, that's not the glide slope. We should be levelling off any second at 2000 below the glide slope. I'll have a bit more power.
Localizer armed.
So localizer's now armed.
Localizer captured.
There we go. Make sure we've got that set. Missed approach to 3. Power. Just watching my speed there. Just noticed it dropping down a little bit. Now I'm bringing this in slower than I probably ordinarily would like to do, but that's just because we're learning everything as we go. 5 miles we start the glide slope. Jersey Tower, good afternoon, Jersey 561. BAE 146 with Bravo, 7 miles established, runway 08 to land. One 19045. That'd help. Jersey Tower, Jersey 561. Good afternoon. BA 146 with Bravo, established 6 miles to land. ILS runway 08.
Jersey 561, Jersey Tower, good afternoon to you. There's no delay, runway 08, you'll clear to land, the wind 04010 knots.
Runway 08, cleared to land, Jersey 561. Here we go. Gears down, all the flaps are set. Final approach. Glide slope's already armed. Oh, it was armed.
Glide slope captured.
Jesus.
Established on the ILS.
Thank you, Doc. I genuinely thought I'd clicked that earlier. Anyway, nose is going down. You have to watch our speed here now. Speed's looking okay. We get some more of these fantastic wing views. Check speed. What have we got here? Cabin views, bear with me. A little bit of sea down below. Matthew, hello. Look at you with no auto throttle confidence. All because of the CRJ. You know what, guys? If you love the CRJ, this is great for you because it's definitely going to help. Gears down 3 green, flaps are full, glide slopes active, and we are established on the ILS in the Just Flight beta build. 146, Doc, thank you. Good spot there, good spot. We're learning as we go. Oh, minimums. 471.
1,000.
470, that'll do. So we should get a minimums call out as well. Oh, shall we fly it in?
Autopilot disconnected.
Okay, so speed's looking okay at the moment actually. It's just over the little bug that I've selected. I'm not going to fight it. We seem actually quite stable here. We've got a little bit of a crosswind. And we're just below the glide slope. But because we've got a bit of speed to play with here, I'm going to use pitch.
Plus 100.
Okay.
500.
Bizarrely, I can see a plane floating. Minimums. Hands are on the throttle. Spoilers now armed.
Light slow. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Well, let's get back on that centre line.
Brake pressure C. 80 knots. 60 knots.
Go vacate here. Oh, I'll have that. There we go.
Jersey 561, welcome to Jersey. Taxi stand 11 via Alpha and Juliet.
Thanks for having us. Taxi stand 11 via Alpha Juliet, Jersey 561. What do you reckon, guys? Shall we do a return? It's a BAE A320 Hilo. What have we got here then? I need to probably do a Jersey charts, couldn't we? We're so busy on the approach, I forgot to get our taxi charts ready as well. Stand 11's round the back. That's those new Harrier jump jet A320s. You know, the one thing I've not done is actually shut everything down properly. We'll aim to do a turnaround. Fly Fabio, setting DH for Cat 1 ILS is a misconception. DH is only for Cat 2 and 3 approaches. Using DH means using rad out, but we got to hear the sounds. On a Cat 1, by the time you get to 200 feet above the runway, you're often still outside airport property, so you can't guarantee elevation matches TDZ ZE. So zipping around Alpha, it's very off-putting to see to see that there, isn't it? Doc, to be honest, I hit the brakes quite firm because I don't want to overrun. Do we go 2 for 2 though? That's the big question, folks. Do we go 2 for 2 and return to Birmingham?
DC682 Delta stand 3 is ready for push and start.
DC6 Juliet Delta, push and start approved, face west.
Push and start approved.
Let's see, what do we got here? Probably turn the strobes off, they're up here, aren't they? Strobes there. Easy to forget these little things when they're so far away. She is in all her glory though, what do you think? Very cool, right? Back we go for sure. We'll find stand 11. I need to plan the return very quickly as well. It's decided to return now.
Very good afternoon to you from King Air November 160 X-ray ILS 08.
November 160 Tango X-ray Jersey Tower, good afternoon. QNH 1027, continue approach, runway 08.
Continue approach 08, QNH 1027 160 Tango X-ray.
Electrox, yeah, used to be. It was the 300 variant though, if I'm not mistaken.
November 160 Tango X-ray, runway 08, clear to land, the wind 14010 knots.
Our brakes set.
Copy the wind clear to land, runway 08 160 Tango X-ray.
Okay, what do we got here? Our brakes on, brakes on ground. Flight recorder's off, still yet to find where the flight recorder button is, to be honest. Brake temperature 202 degrees. Oh. Should have really switched that across as well. Let's get that back on standby. And we'll just make sure we've got things like, let's see, APU gen, APU power on, green, power's available, APU air's on. Turn those off, they're off. ETU's on.
And wind check for 160 Tango X-ray.
160 Tango X-ray, the wind 04010 knots.
Thank you.
There's the announcements. Beacon off. Seatbelt signs off. Let's get that ready. And we can go to the outside. For some poggy, is it poggy views? Right, there we go. Now let's hit chocks. There goes the door. Love that animation. So nice. And stairs. In they come. So what do you guys think? Leg 1 of 1. Incredible, right? Obviously this is a work in progress beta, but most of the issues that we had were in fact my clumsy self not being able to work out how to turn ADFs on and things like that. But what an incredible aircraft so far, and learning as I go, so making lots of mistakes. In general though, we've done alright for leg 1 of 2. Let's have a little look at our route for the way back, shall we? We'll leave the APU on.
And November 160 Tango X-ray vacated 08 at Alpha, requesting taxi to the east apron.
So we've got a little route back to Birmingham via Hemel. Let's go new flight. Is it Jersey 562 for the return?
D68 Juliet Delta, thank you. Taxi on point Bravo 1 via Alpha and Bravo.
Taxi on point Bravo 1 via Alpha and Bravo. D68 Juliet Delta.
So that looks like we're flying outbound from the Jersey VOR, and then we're going Vant, which should be Southampton. Actually, no, they're tracking like between VORs all the way back, so that's quite tricky actually. We can give it a go. Let's give that a go. Why not? Just generating a route. Stand 11. Interestingly, it's given us flight level 230 for the return. Doctor on board. Before the turning around, go to the toilet first, release your adrenaline. Tell you what, stressful. In some ways, smaller cute plane. I love this kind of aircraft. Yeah, it's great, isn't it? It's good fun. There's so much detail that Just Flight have put into it from what we can see so far. And there's still some things to do, some things to tweak over the coming weeks. But Just Flight are on top of it. They're working really hard in basically creating a remarkably good aircraft for MSFS. What do we want here? In the remarks, I'm going to put on RNAV. Beta flight, Just Flight BA 146 non-RNAV only.
Jersey Tower, good afternoon. Speedbird 29 Papa, stand 9, QNH 1027.
Fabio, should be loaded in the 146 to our right. Ooh, I've not got any model matching set for it. Let me try and do something quick.
Papa, Jersey Tower, good afternoon. You're cleared Heathrow.
See if we can see two.
Departure on runway 08. Squawk 1236.
This is model matching on the fly now, folks. Bear with me.
Squawk 1236, Jersey QNH 1227, Orist 1.
Slash multitasking. What have we got here? I need
Easy 68 Juliet Delta, are you ready, sir?
MSFS cache packages.
Easy 68 Juliet Delta, thank you. Via Bravo 1, runway 08, cliff takeoff, the wind 0.
What livery are you in, Fabio?
Clear for takeoff, Easy 68 Juliet Delta.
Oh, that's the texture one. We don't want that one. I need aircraft config. Danair, Air France, Formula 1, PSA, Jersey, European. Woohoo! In fact, let's load up as, I don't know, Danair or something, because we've not seen that one yet. And if I can show you guys that as well, it will look pretty sweet. Unless Fabio's in something else. Ah, United Express, roger. So what are we? We are in type B461. Bit of model matching. Where are we? So I've just got to find the United Express livery. Got him. Let's save that. Come out of that. And then we're going to disconnect from VATSIM briefly. I'm going to refresh it, start it from scratch. And we'll see. What do we reckon, guys? Do we reckon we've got this right? Let's find out. Can we see Fabio as well? Oops, there's the roof. Oh, look at that, folks. Oh my god. Definitely never getting a job with ITV. Double whammy. How cool does that look? There's Fabio, United Express BAE 146-100, and there's us in our little Jersey European 100 variant as well. So there's 2 of the deliveries available at the moment. Little bonus preview for you guys. There we are. Little hark back to the old days of air tours, Jersey European, Britannia, all that sort of stuff. Loco remembers Jersey European well as well. Good stuff. And we go here. There he is. Little bit of model matching on the fly. Love it. Let's pull our routing. Are you flying today then, Fabio? Add a fly, check sim brief.
Easy 68 Juliet Delta, no server ATC 122.8, bye-bye.
122.8, Easy 68 Juliet Delta, thanks.
So, we need to think about our route back.
Speedbird 29 Papa, stand 9, request push and start.
Speedbird 29 Papa, push and start, proof face west.
From sim brief, Jersey.
Start, proof face west, Speedbird 29 Papa.
So a little bit more complex. We're not going to be routing through VORs. We're going to be navigating around VORs but tracking them as we fly. And I'm not very good at that, but we'll give it a go. We're on VATSIM as well. What could possibly go wrong? Showing the overviews for our departures. One would assume it's the Oris 1 Delta departure. But that's RNAV. Can't do it. Omnidirectional. We might just do a direct. Oh, here we go. AUTAC to Bravo. To AUTAC, which is 46.8 DME north of the Jersey VOR 1122, which we've got set there. We can flick that across and make sure we've got that active. What else do we need to think about here? We'll select that one anyway. Where'd it go? That one there. Because all the other ones I can't think, yeah, they don't fit our requirements. And that's RNAV, we can't do RNAV. So AUTAC 3 Alpha, 5,000 initially. We can set that on our control panel for the ATC. 5,000, whoops, fat fingers, there we go. And outbound on a radial of 004 degrees. Certainly looks that way, doesn't it? We'll see how we go. Fabio, we're heading to Birmingham. Let me find the route. We're on VATSIM. It's not an ideal route, I will tell you that, because I'm not fantastic at VOR navigation at the best of times. There's our route in the chat for the way back. It's the best we can do with a VOR compliant route from what we've found. Right, where were we? So from AUTAC, we're then going to fly. Where is AUTAC actually? There it is. contact, add to route, insert before Orist, add. And then we kind of want to delete Orist actually. And then we'll pick up from Vexen, the Lima 980 airway. Our routing then will take us between Goodwood, which is that blip there, and Southampton. So we'll track Goodwood initially, and we want to be within a couple of miles. What have we got? 7 miles from Goodwood. We then need to turn north, and we'll continue flying north over London Heathrow actually. And I don't think I added scenery in. That's annoying. Chiltern ADF, we could track that along the way too. That's going to help us. We've got Blackbush as well. That could help. Midhurst could help too. How long would the flight take? About an hour a bit, and then into Hemel. From Hemel, it was runway 33 on departure. It could have changed. That's an RNAV only.
Bravo 1, 5 Juliet and Bravo.
Holding point, Bravo 1, 5 Juliet, Bravo, speedbird 29 Papa.
So we'll get to Hemel. We probably then need vectors, to be honest. If not, actually, we could just try our best with the DME Hemel 1 Bravo. Who knows? And then we'll either do an ILS runway 33 or an ILS runway 15 approach, and we'll vacate. Taxi off. Who knows? What could possibly go wrong? We did so well on the way out. It could all go Pete-on, couldn't it? Who knows? Right, let's have a little look-see here. Jersey Tower. QNH 1027 now. Yeah, we've still got that tuned, and it's Information Charlie. Jersey Tower, hello again. Jersey 562, BAE 146 on stand 11 with Information Charlie. Request IFR to Birmingham, please.
Jersey 562. Jersey Tower, good afternoon. You're cleared to Birmingham. Orist 1 Delta departure, runway 08, squawk 0325, QNH 1027.
Mid Birmingham, Oris 1 Delta, departure runway 08, squawk 0325, QNH 1027, Jersey 562.
Jersey 562, is that correct?
Oh, he's given us the same squawk, look at that. Let's stick it on TA now, because I will forget. Brake temperature's come down, ATC FID, let's switch that across. We want to change it to B... Ay. I'm so bad at this. B. Five, 6, 2. Boom, boom, boom. Ah. Oh. Ta-da! Right. Over here, we'll flick that to 562. And outside temperature here at Jersey at the moment is plus 17 degrees. So what we can do is we can select 17. That'll be like full throttle effectively. And then if we select takeoff, it's telling us we need 93% M1. And it's a short field takeoff. We'll turn that off now. Thrust modulation. We'll do... Oh, do we do 18 degrees flaps? Let's do 24 degrees flaps and a rotate of 109. TGT's now selected. We've got our V speeds set as well, I think. V2 119. There we go, perfect. We'll have 2 stages of flaps for this. How does disabling the cabin improve frames per second? You know what? I've not found a difference whatsoever with the 2 of them actually. Okay. Be very careful of that. I've just done it twice now. And it does then also mean that I've killed the APU. So let's restart that. We'll let it settle actually.
Tango, Foxtrot, Jersey Tower. Hello, I'm just looking at your flight plan back in a moment, sir. Roger, thank you.
Nick, welcome on board. Yes, it's similar to the Aerosoft CLJ. The tablet, I don't know if you can hide it actually. Fabio might know if you can or can't. But if you leave it open, you can click it sometimes. APU starting. It's not ideal when it does go off. Let's see. Nav lights back on again. We're basically starting from scratch. Have an emergency. That's good. APU gen's on. Will come off external power. APU gen's green, that's good.
Speedbird 29 Papa 122.8, right?
And we need to make sure ice detection's back on again. Make sure, I've got to go through everything basically to make sure that everything has reset properly for us. It's a lot to do. That's all fine still.
Squawk 1242, QNH 1027.
Papa Tango Foxtrot is clear to Birmingham via the Vortex 2 Bravo out of runway 08. We're going to squawk 1027, is that correct?
QNH is 1027, sir.
122.
Roger, we're squawking 1242, QNH 1027.
383, ADF1, 3.
Tango, Foxtrot, report ready.
Wilco, Papa Tango Foxtrot.
383. ADF, there we go. Jersey Tower from Jersey 562.
Jersey 562, pass message.
Could I get a change of SID please? Request the AUTAC 2 Bravo departure.
Jersey 562, stand by.
It's all good. One, 1, 2, 1, from there.
Jersey 562, you're re-cleared Birmingham, AUTAC 2 Bravo departure, runway 08, squawk remains 0325.
Thank you, appreciate it. Re-cleared Birmingham, AUTAC 2 Bravo departure and squawk 0325, Jersey 562, thanks. Appreciate that a lot. Flight director's back on. You're down. Oh, fuel. That's a big one. There was one thing that I was thinking the whole way through this. There's something I've missed. Fuel. One of the most important parts. 6639. So we'll do 3320. As close as we can get. And I reckon stick 70 passengers in now. Why not? Get rid of ground power. Close the cargo doors. They're closed. We can see the silhouette of the steps in the background. And we can close that passenger door. Oh, I love those sounds. Get the belts on. I'm trying to think if I need to do anything else now. What have I forgotten? Nothing, I don't think. So after departure, we'll be on 122.8. We've got the transponder stuff ready to go, and we've set the N1s 93, 93, 93, 93. We've done the V2s. Our takeoff flaps 24, 113 rotate. V2 123, and TGT's been set as well by clicking the relevant card. Your damp is shown orange. We can activate that and get it armed. And runway 08 is a course of 083. About there on the heading. I'm going to get rid of the chocks just so I can turn that off. So if you are watching, what do you think so far to what you've seen? Do you think it looks something that you would like to, is this something you guys would love to have in your own sim hangar? Is there anything you would like to see or know? Share your thoughts in the live chat. I'll try my best to answer whatever questions you've got, and we'll try to go 2 for 2 on our return and get another nice touchdown. I need to flip the Fly Live Studio program at the top of your screens. Planning rate monitor still active. Lant is refreshed. And we need to get rid of the music, pre-plan our pushback. Miko, hello! Are you flying back from Gatwick? By the way, there's every chance our departure, or our flight over London Heathrow is going to look woefully inadequate today. We don't have the Any London Heathrow scenery installed. I don't think, unless I left it on. Perhaps I left it on. We'll find out when we fly over it. I think we are prepped as best as we can at the moment. So what do you say? Let's go. Flight recorder's off. Still don't know how to turn that on. Bar brake, brake sands, ice protection. Yes, we need to turn these on for engine start. Continuous ignition needs to go on for engine start. Left, right, outers, inners. Check everything above there. That's all set as required. Let's get the beacon on. Packs are on at the moment, but we'll turn them off in a second when we actually think about starting up. And I think everything else is ready to go. APU gen's good. External power is off. APU's showing green. And we've got everything started as we want. Dwali is quite complicated, yes. And I am trying my best. Loving every second of it though. It requires so much thought. Now we don't have a tug. But it is what it is, I guess. Jersey 562, stand 11, request push and start.
Jersey 562, thank you. Push and start approved, face west.
Push start approved, face west, Jersey 562. Ah, there's the tug. Yep, saying pretty sure the Fokker Fellowship is just like this aircraft navigation wise. The plane is making me more hyped for that. Okay, so we're doing it without the tug. Well, that's fine. It is what it is. Pre-planned pushback toolbar is doing its thing. Just make sure everything is closed. Yeah. Okay. Engine start mode switch 4 selected, start master, and finally the route 2 of 2 today. Engine start.
Foxtrot is stand 10, ready for push and start. We're observing the traffic pushing from stand 11, and if it's okay with you, we'll push after that.
Papa Tango, Tango, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. If you're happy, you're clear, sir. Push and start approved, face west.
Push and start approved, face west. We'll wait for the traffic to pass behind us. Papa Tango, Tango, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
Ah, it looks so good.
Traffic should be pushing to your right. There should be enough room, but we'll just wait and see how far he pushes back.
It's alright, Tower. We're flying together, and I'll follow him.
Don't know if that's wise.
Tango, Tango, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
Got more faith than I have in my own ability. You know what? Got to turn packs off. Let's do number 4. Gen 4. Fire brake on. Fabio might as well start his engines up. These can take a while, can't they? Start power. So the starter operating switch, that's not illuminated anymore, so we can now start engine 3, A and B ignition on starter operating. Watch the N2, the M1 rise. TGT's not blown through the roof there. Ooh. You can hide it by clicking on the compass correction card extreme left of the main panel. Oh, look at that. Thank you very much. And if you want to push, by the way, you can. You've got a lot more ability than I have. That's for sure. Sounds from the outside, the whisper jet. Ron van der Sar, I'm now watching you in this plane for 2 days. I think before I can fly it, I must study for a year. You know what? I've had it for 3 days. This is my 4th flight in it now. But if you sit down and you watch like videos like this, or videos of Fabio streams over on Twitch, you can kind of piece things together. I'm by no means that competent at any of this, but if I could do it, you guys certainly can. The biggest things I've ever flown are PA-28s, engine 3 pump on, and ignition number 2 starts. Door pressures number 3 and 4 have extinguished there. That's good to see. Fabio, kind words, thank you. More confidence in myself than I've got anyway, so that's great. TGT's good. N2's creeping. M1 is looking good, so let's inject the fuel. TGT's rising. N2's coming up. They've extinguished. And engine 1 start. That was engine 2, wasn't it? So up here, engine number 2 pump on. We can probably turn the PTU off at this point as well. Yeah, I'm going to do it. Okay, what do we got here? That's looking good. Let's throw the fuel in. To engine number 1. Look at that. Such a unique aircraft, isn't it? We pan around to this side. Drone camera never likes to go dead center. Let's go 2 stages of flaps. Watch this droop. Look at those animations over the wings. While we do that, while you guys watch that, I will get my taxi charts ready for Jersey. And it should just be Juliet Bravo, hold Bravo 1. Jersey 562, request taxi.
Jersey 562, thank you. Taxi hold Bravo 1 via Juliet and Bravo.
Taxi hold Bravo 1 via Juliet Bravo, Jersey 562.
Papa Tango Tango, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Traffic to your right. Once that taxi pass, you can push start face west.
Roger, once traffic passes behind us, we can...
They all look stable. Bar brake off, reset our view. And we're just rolling. Let's get them on. That's the taxi lights. We can turn the engine anti-ice off now. Gen 1 goes on. And that's now activated power above. We can turn the packs on. Engine 1 and 2 on over there. And we're just taxiing on idle. There we go. Start master's off. Gen 4 has gone online now with that. And everything in the overhead panel is looking fairly healthy. We're just going to slow down on the taxi here to make sure we've got everything extinguished. There goes the APU. Everything above's looking good. PTU's off. Pumps are all on. I'm going to be a bit keen, and I'm going to turn strobes on now because it's all the way over there. May's Taste, Just Flight have done an amazing, an outstanding job on this in my opinion. I share that opinion as well actually. I think it's a beautiful aeroplane. Old school, clunky, bit clumsy, and it can be unforgiving if you get it horribly wrong, but it adds to the fun. Flying Fabio, oh, no problem at all, sorry to hear that. I haven't had that problem though, no. Did you get an email from Martin yesterday evening? There's a new beta 5.1 that's come out, that is sent out to us. I know they fixed an issue with the turnaround phase. Don't know if you've got that installed.
Alpha, Jersey Tower, hello. Continue approaching at 1 QNH1027.
Now we're going to get to watch an aircraft land. Short fill takeoff, so we've got 2 stages of flaps. That's going to be Bravo 1, I think. Gaza, welcome. Ah, Fabio, no problem at all. It is in beta, isn't it, after all? Bar brake on. What have I got? Brake fans are on. Flight recorder, I still don't know where that is. Hope we don't crash. AIB will have something to say.
Whiskey Alpha, runway 08, cleared land with 05010 knots.
Get to land 08, Whiskey Alpha.
Where's the threshold? I'm going to try and get a... there's the threshold. There's the touchdown zone. I'm going to try and get a rather cool picture of him touching down roughly in the centre of that screen. Does it really well, thanks. I hope you're okay. Watch Coca Lada landing. Oh, it's Coca! I'm going to try and get an awesome screenshot. I hope he touches down at the touchdown zone. Here he comes. Oh. Beautiful. Good job, Cocolada. Grab a couple of screenshots before it gets too busy for us. George, and now you're ready for island hopping in Greece. Aegean Airlines' first aircraft were BAE 146. Remarkable. Jersey 562 ready for departure.
Jersey 562, thank you. Via Bravo 1, runway 08, clear for takeoff with 04010 knots.
Bravo 1, runway 08, clear takeoff, Jersey 562.
Easy 7 Whiskey Alpha, welcome to Jersey, taxi stand 1 via Alpha.
Flick them across from landing to, for taxi to landing. Okay, and we got no warnings. That's the main thing here. This is such good fun. They've done a remarkable job. Give me shelter. If you had to compare an aircraft to a breed of dog, this would be a Jack Russell Terrier. Flying Fabio, interesting, thank you. Okay, let's get that nose wheel straight. Park brakes on. Turn that continuous ignition off then. Park brake off. Right, leg 2 of 2 folks. Get a bit of power in. We're not going for a flex departure today. Just going all the power we've got. Heads where we had no flex thrust set. Rocketing down the runway. Short runway though. Good take. There goes the crosswind. Look at that. Ooh. Let's just deal with the flight of the plane, shall we? Okay.
Escort mode Charlie, please.
Escort mode Charlie, Jersey 562.
Jersey 562, approach no further ATC at the moment, 122 decimal 8 London, and pick you up closer, goodbye.
Polish Unicom 1228 for Jersey 562, thanks to the ATC.
Bye.
TARA. So even has got the logic for our departure with TCAS elements as well.
VFTO, safe flight speed, select flaps.
There you go, that's flap 0. Go VL arms, and we'll continue climb. What are we doing? Flight level 230, was it? Go back to Unicom. And we'll just arm altitude 230 so it's there ready to go. I'm a bit too quick on the old turner there. So flaps are up, gears up, and we're just sort of nestling into a climb. Though I'm going a little bit quicker than I'd probably like. Below 10,000. She looks great. As we depart Jersey. Welcome if you are tuning in for the very first time. I hope you're enjoying this Just Flight beta preview. here on the channel. One of the liveries available for us at the moment. And she looks great. Flies great, it's working wonderfully at the moment as well. Look at that. Smashing out loads of screenshots today. I'll pick a few as always, stick them on Instagram and Facebook and things. Raven, thanks for showing the previews of the beta. I loved flying the Quality Wings BAE 146 and loved it. I can't wait till the FMC works. By the way, did the spoilers arm by keyboard or pressing a button in the VC? So both. You can smash the air brake out there, lift spoilers the next notch down, or you can set a keybind if you wish as well. Let's just check our speed. Okay, we can accelerate. Keep smashing that like button as well, guys, while you're here, if you are enjoying it today. Smooth, summing it up wonderfully. In the hands of the right developers, of course. This aircraft really shows that Microsoft Flight Simulator could be a real simulator, not only a game. Yeah, and they've done a great job. We're going to need Goodwood next, 11475. Two 777. Jeeba. Looks like a little bit like the Aleutian 76 from the top back. Which bit? Look at that. The noises as well, remarkably cool. We're coming for you. Oh, so I hope you guys are so excited for this being released. Airport elevation of 339. So about there. We're landing into Birmingham. 18,000. Not too many to go now, height-wise. Not too much further to go to our cruise. As I was saying, it's so hard to just stick to one aircraft to fly, isn't it? So much to choose from with what's in the pipeline, and you're right, there's loads. I mean, this next 2 months, we're going to be, as we were saying on Discord just yesterday, we're going to pretty much be dizzy with all the aircraft coming soon to Microsoft Flight Simulator. There's our views now, tablet free. Oh, let's see how close we can get to the window here. Let's see. Oh, this looks like a cool view. Look at that. Little bit of France down below. I need to monitor our navigation actually. Let's just get back on track here. How are we? Not yet at ORTAC, which was 46.8 DME. Oh. There's our altitude C course. Might as well just leave the throttle as it is at the moment actually to let us accelerate up. The speed was bleeding down ever so slightly on us. All good. One of our channel members, Ashley, went on the Just Flight website the other day, yesterday in fact, and found a placeholder image for it suggesting it's going to be on sale for $59.99 British pounds. And bearing in mind, with that you get this, the BAE 146-100 with about 6 different liveries. You get the 200 variant, the cargo variants, the Royal Air Force military variants, and the BAE 146-300 variant. $59.99 for this amount of complexity and this detail, I think is a remarkable price. 46.8, and then from there we want to go 039 degrees. For a little bit. So let's get our heading track ready. It's about there. You can, inside the flight deck tablet, you can, as I was saying before, if you are just tuning in, FSX Suprema welcome, you can enable a cabin, and one of the things they're looking at doing in the near future is animating this flight deck door. So similar to that on the versions of X-Plane and things, you can open the door and you can view into the cabin and things like that. So yeah, really nice little things that they've thought about. And I'm still trying to think for the life of me where... Oops, there's the overspeed. Let's cancel the horn. Oh, we can't. Interesting. That's fine. We're literally riding the edge of the red tape here. Should go off any second. There you go, we're hearing it all today, guys. There we are. We're within a safer range now. So the throttle that I'm using is the Turtle Beach Velocity 1 flight yoke system, and what that allows us to do is, let's go heading mode now. Let's see if we can pick up Goodwood. We can, and we'll be slightly offset, so that's good. What it's allowing me to do, this Turtle Beach Velocity 1 system, is actually use all 4 throttles with each other, with one another. I can trim on the fly. I've got a wonderful yoke that actually doesn't look too dissimilar to the ones on this 146. Just need to make sure we set a nice N1 to hold that speed. Let's set our speed bug. Russell, good afternoon to you as well. Long time no speak, I hope you're well. Good to see your PPL training is being put to good use for VOR to VOR nav and real flying. Thanks. Putting me through my paces, I can tell you that. But I'm having a blast flying this. I mean, you can tell I'm concentrating a lot because I'm not talking as much as I usually do throughout the stream. That's this is flight number 4, having read bits of the FCOM as much as I can. Oh, you know what I've forgotten? QNH 1013. Oh. Now we're going to have to put a bit more throttle in to cover us for climb. Make sure that matches 2992 as well, because that's the international standard. Automator, good day to you. Hope you're okay. Hope you're enjoying the preview so far. Keep smashing that like button, folks, and subscribe if you've not done so already. If you've got questions, throw them into the live chat. I'll do my best to answer them, even if it's talk about variants and things like that. Bernie mentioned at the start of today that Bernie Eccleston purchased 2 of them for Formula 1, and we mentioned at the beginning that those 2 liveries are actually going to be included in the BAE 146-100 as well, so very cool. The FMC should be going in over the next few weeks. and then it'll be tweaked and monitored from there. Just Flight are still working on, well, they're still waiting on information from Asobo in relation to the weather radar as well, but all of this will start to come alive at some point in the next few weeks, these little FMC panels here, left and right. And then we can plan some slightly more complex routes in some previews and rely a little bit less on things like VORs. Isle of Wights. What I need to do, I need to put the screenshots of today's flight into Volanta. Gatwick approach online. Looks like we're on Unicom for the rest, which is good news. Nibble, hello to you. 230 now, and at Birmingham we want to be runway 33, 2,000 feet. Whoa, wow. So call it 80 nautical miles. Russell, yeah, absolutely. They did work really hard in the past. I mean, this aircraft shows. It's basically, you know what it reminds me of actually, and correct me if you think I'm entirely wrong here, but it's like a really tiny subsonic version of Concorde. Is that far-fetched to say? Because it kind of reminds me of the central stack here. BAE systems are obviously involved in that as well. It reminds me of all these central 4 gauges for different aircraft with the engines. Reminds me a little bit of that. Might be wildly incorrect though. It's a little adjustment for track here. And no, they're hoping to get the FMC tested and complete and done prior to release. Goodwood. The double needle should be an ADF when it picks up, and that will be pretty much overhead where I fly in real life actually, which is the Chiltern VOR, Chiltern NDB 277 over Denham. In fact, we are flying over Denham. Very exciting. Flying over where I'm learning to fly. Right, while I've got you actually, let me go through some of the stuff that Just Flight have said are going to be included. I mean, they've sent me this massive Word document. Is there wing flex in this? I don't think so. Let me find out. I'm trying to find that document that's sent to me from Just Flight. So new liveries added: Jota for 146-200, Jota 146-300 QT, Cobham 146-200, and the 146-300. Cello Aviation 146-200 private jet. Formula One 146-100 as new liveries. EFP wise, so you can sync altimeters, TCAS VSI logic, state saving, pilot callouts, which we've heard today along with cabin announcements. HF aerials, -100, the 100 variant only enables or disables HF aerial wires on exterior, and these are all new for the MSFS version. Auxiliary fuel tanks is an option inside the aircraft EFB as well. And you can also change the gauge refresh rate too, which is quite nice. And auto cabin lights, so as it gets a bit darker, you can set them to automatically come on inside the cabin and things too. There's loads here, absolutely loads of functions and features here. Outside air temperature readout's been added. All new dynamic lighting that takes full advantage of the latest Microsoft Flight Simulator technology, including dimmable and freely movable cockpit lighting. See you, Fabio, thank you very much. Need to come left slightly here. We want to be at 7 miles, which would be Avant 073253. About there. We want to go 018 degrees at that point. Might start it now actually. There we go. Actually, that's pretty much bang on there. 62 miles now, all the way to over the Chiltern VOR. 62 miles to Hemel. That's easy. So if we just track this to 62 miles, we're going to be golden. And by all intents and purposes, I think we've got the track set quite nicely here as well. Koki, do you know if the FMS will be implemented before or after launch? I think it's going to be afterwards. Sorry, I think it's going to be before. They are keen, I know that they've said the next beta phase over the next few weeks is going to start implementing the FMC and putting that in place. I'm hoping that will be sorted as soon as possible really, so I can show you guys that in previews as well. Mark, loving the old Jersey European livery. Welcome to my hometown of Jersey, Avgeek. Fantastic. Thanks for joining us. Christopher, there's even more liveries in addition to the ones that I've mentioned today. Games Pilot, hello, Martin from Just Flight, welcome. Tuning in, so if you do have any questions for the Just Flight team, Martin, the lead developer for the project, is in the chat as CAMS Pilot, or Cambridge Pilot, saying there that FMS will be included at release, but worth noting the aircraft was flown without any FMS for a number of years in real life, just VORs and NDBs. Remarkable job for the pilots in that instance. LNAV can currently be used for RNAV navigation using the Microsoft Flight Simulator Flight Planner. There you go. So if we were in the world map, doing this route from Birmingham to Jersey, for example, we could plan it inside the flight planner of the menu inside the sim before spawning, and we could then arm LNAV. Great little addition there, bit of information, thank you. Bradley, I brought out the Channel Island flight. I reckon we can come left about 5 degrees. and I'm thinking we can probably start a nice gentle descent. Can you spot London Heathrow yet, folks? That big wad of concrete, and in fact you can also see one of Europe's biggest trading estates in Slough there as well, which also means Gatwick should be, there she is, off on the right hand side. Russell. Going straight in for the cheeky one. Hey, you got to try. Thanks, Martin, for tuning in. I hope you're enjoying the live stream so far. Hopefully I'm showing it off in the right way for you guys. I know you've been working really hard on creating this for Microsoft Flight Simulator, and to be honest, I'm having a great time. I think it's a wonderful aircraft. I mean, even just doing the VOR navigation is great fun. It's not all bad, I guess. You're near Heathrow. 277. .383. Bovingdon 11375. That's there. That's going to help us. Don't ask, don't get, indeed, Russell. I mean, there's even more to this aeroplane than I'm able to cover today, and I'm still learning it as we go, working through the FCOM and everything else. There's London Heathrow in the distance. Always got to get that. It's a bit of a treat there. So in relation to those of you who like to use the Microsoft Flight Simulator World Planner to plan your routes, for that LNAV function, all you need to do is flick that little switch there. Once you've planned it inside the world map, you spawn in, you can flick that switch there, and after departure, arm LNAV, and away you go. We are going to have to start descent now. Well, it's Hemel at flight level 220, but we're going to start to vector ourselves anyway, I think. And we'll aim for, let's see. Let's aim for 5,000. Is he throwing all the glory?
The Charlie 2 or 271 to departing up 279.
Look at that. That's the Inniseen London Heathrow down below. We have got it installed. Good stuff. Christopher, yes. Thanks for reminding me. Just don't let me forget that again, guys. I armed it, but because I fiddled around with a different system, it disconnected, flicked, reverted to another mode, and yeah. Checking our speed, that's looking fine. And let's jump out to, let's see. Wing view, can't really see Heathrow. Too much there. 214, I reckon we can come down a bit more here. And we've got somebody departing down below. Amazing. Great fun doing this on VATSIM. Pushing the boundaries of what I can do though, has to be said. Meta at Birmingham. Wind 060 at 7 knots now, so we're going to be... Oh, that's a crosswind. It's the first time landing with a crosswind in this. QNH 1029er, 17 degrees. The Sim Pilot, welcome. Let's get back in. Got to watch our speeds. At the minute we're descending on idle, but we've also got descent mode on, which is holding the M1 at about 42. And there's our speed bug. Happy days. Martin saying the FMS and GPS is outputted to LNAV autopilot flight director, and indications of deviation and distance are displayed on the HSI. There is no moving map though. No, I guess it's quite difficult because it's all analog, isn't it? One 113 65. Coming up on Hemel now. We can see we're passing that Chiltern. In fact, that's Bovingdon's VOR down below us. Passed over Denham Airfield where I fly. Hemel Hempstead on the nose, the little town below. And let's get rid of the music, and also where is it? Altitude, that's looking good still. Speed's looking fine still. Right, now left turn. 329. About there. We'll do a bit of self-vectoring again to final approach here, folks. What do we want? 11375. 11365, isn't it? And then we can tune the ILS. Runway 33, 110.1. 110.1. We'll get a bit closer first. A bit nervous about this crosswind, has to be said. We want to keep flying this now. This is Buzzard basically that we're about to head towards. We're going to fly this until we get towards that, and then we're going towards Northampton, which is that town up there, and then we're going to turn left off towards Birmingham. We need to come off our rate of descent somewhat here. Oops, probably a bit too keen. Let the speed below, drop below 250 now. Birmingham traffic, Jersey 562, BAE 146, inbound 51 track miles south of Birmingham, expecting ILS runway 33 approach, Birmingham traffic. Altitude's arm at 5, might keep that going down to 3 actually. There we go, so the pricing by Just Flight in the live chat, folks, it will cost £59.99 in British pounds, or €74.95, €79.99 US dollars but we're also with a 20% discount for current P3D and X-Plane owners. What have we got here? 46, 20, 286 ground speed. We're below 250 now and passing 10,000. Got to turn. Let's turn them back on again. There'll be some very angry passengers. Okay, APU start. And we've got the cabin pressure set for our approach. Let's get rid of descent on the TMS. Cranfield just passing over here. There it is. (102) 283, 28, breeze about there. Have one, ILS runway 33, 326. Why am I landing with the APU on? Because I've seen it in a tutorial video that I've been studying. if that answers your question. Let's flick that across. Climb straight ahead to 3000 then as directed for the missed approach. And we want to go all the way down to 2000 for the ILS with the glide slope. Usually what happens now is we'll get a left turn from ATC, sort of probably actually fully west, isn't it? 270-ish. And cabin secure for takeoff. We could do the cabin call. That's now we've got a bit of haze coming in as well for our final approach into Birmingham. There you go. So Martin from Just Flight answering there with a genuine actual reason why it's used. So for performance reasons, it's common for the APU in the BAE 146 to be used to supply bleed air during the approach, landing and go around. APU's now on. APU air, APU gen. No warning lights, and that was all green. What else have we got to do? Course is set for the approach, radial 142. (322) then. (6,800s). I mean, it's rather in a way, it's a bit of an inefficient jet, big clunky aeroplane. It looks beautiful in MSFS, doesn't it? It looks like we're going to be landing in a bit of fog as well.
It's damaged on the ILS.
Holy moly, that was Really? Probably a little bit too far out still, yeah, surely. Minimums, that's what I was going to do when that threw me off a little bit. Cat 2, Cat C, rad out of 100. I'll set 200 in this though, just to sort of give myself an additional safety margin, I guess. We want this to be moved around here. And we'll go flaps 30 for approach today, VREF of 122. Click the card. We'll set it manually. There we go. 21 miles. Chowdhury, hello, welcome. The sim pilot's saying it's a bit of a steep price. So you're getting different variants of the aircraft as well. Don't forget, you're getting the 100, the 200, some cargo versions, some passenger versions, and a 300 as well. So, in fact, Martin's just said in the live chat there. You're getting all those different variants, including then an RAF variant as well, and that is making it particularly good. Three, 2, 6. Sort of turn into about here, shall we? We'll reduce our rate of descent. Well, that's the point. UNH 1029. There's the glide slope. Thank goodness I set that. $2,000. Let's set 2.5 actually. Wow. Thick blanket of fog now, folks. Well, let me do a quick final check of the overhead. So landing lights are all on. Screen wipers work.
$2,500.
Oh, there we go. PTU on. I knew I'd forgot something. Jolly good. Right. Let's get this thing on the ground, shall we, folks? Leveling off at 2,500. And we're just working now to intercept the glide slope and the ILS. Boozer, end of April is the estimated release date. Let me get my feet on the rudder pedals here. Watch the speed drop down. Now, let's arm glide slope.
Localizer armed.
And let's arm the localizer as well.
Captured.
Birmingham traffic, Jersey 562, inbound 16 miles established ILS, runway 33 to land. Wood report, short finals, Birmingham traffic. Final check. Nabil, thank you. We'll leave it on idle for the time being. And we'll commence final approach. You know what, I really want to stay outside. Ready meals, yes indeed, I shall not forget.
Speed check below 205, select flaps 18. Speed check below 205, select gear down.
13 miles. Love those sounds. Look at that animation. It's fantastic. And then we go back to Mako Simulations Birmingham. We've got a crosswind, don't forget too. Jay, how's it flying? It is awesome. I'm really enjoying it. It's a lot to do. Nabil's asking, is it like the CRJ or does it have auto throttle?
Speed check below 145, select flap 33.
No, effectively, it doesn't have auto throttle at all. Which you just caught me out, not paying attention to the speed. Yeah, if you take your eye off the speed a bit too much, it will catch you out, it will get you. And you know what, that's one of the biggest things I love about the CRJ. So, do a little double check here. We've got glide slope armed and VL armed. We've got the course set as well. Missed approach wise, 3000. GSL's still armed. There's the runway. One stage of flaps left to go. And we should be almost at 5 miles now. We'll go full flaps. And at 5.1 DME, the nose should start to come down. There's the glide slope now active in the PFD on the right hand side. And we've got the little speed ball. Booster Brandy is very in depth, yes. There's a lot of complexity to it, and that makes it so enjoyable.
Glide slope's alive, 1 dot to go.
There's our speed, that's on target now, so let's try and maintain that. The nose will come down though.
Glide slope
Birmingham traffic, Jersey 562, short finals, 5 miles, ILS 33. Okay, flap 33 landing today now. A little bit quicker, we'll see what happens. Glide slope's alive. Gonna try and stabilise the speed. The glide slope. This is a beta, don't forget as well, work in progress. Look at that, beautiful views. Happy landing, Swiss Pit, thank you very much. Let's do this. Leg 2 of 2. We get over the threshold, we'll deploy the spoilers. For touchdown. One thing I've not done, could do it quickly, there we go, just make sure we've got that heading bug set to runway heading. In case we do need to go around. Drosky, hello. Birmingham Airport, Echo Golf, Bravo, Bravo.
Disconnected.
My controls. Let's do this, guys. What do we reckon? Get your landing rating. Nabil's gone for 170. Little bit of a crosswind, making it very fun though, and it's handling wonderfully.
Minimums.
There's the crosswind, you can see it now, grabbing ever so slightly into wind.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Blood pressure seen.
Oh. There we go. No reverse thrust in this, by the way, so it's all brakes and rudder. And lift spoilers, which I might need to change. There we go. Might need to change some of the key binds and things. 202 smooth flying was close with 210. Let's get rid of the spoilers and the flaps. Ian, hello! What do you think? Beautiful, right? Birmingham traffic, Jersey 562, runway vacated, taxi to gates. There she is in a natural habitat of Birmingham. Macro simulations, fantastic Birmingham airport scenery, of course. Tace dedicated right to the end of the battery life on his phone there, love it. Boozer, good question, I don't know to be honest, but I mean I have my sim locked at 35 frames per second and it's pretty much stayed at 35 throughout the whole 2 sectors that we've done today. We've smashed out 2 sectors. Wow, that's awesome. I mean, how fun was that? We can turn the VORs off, so they stop tracking. We can actually turn nav off entirely if we want to now. Ian, looks wicked, or looking good. We'll have to start watching the stream of the later. Oh, I'll put my teeth back in. We'll have to watch the start of the stream later, but it looks wicked. It's great fun. Veering off the track there with the taxiway. There's a good grief. So first landing was about 178 or so feet per minute, wasn't it? And now we're looking at 202-ish. Karai, welcome! It's a shame we couldn't get the Birmingham firefighters to come out in their truck and give us a little water salute for the way in. Ian's probably still upset that they're not blue. Ian, it was more fun for you because you're the one flying it, going to be buying this aircraft when I get paid. Hopefully not waiting too long for it. Matthew, what do you think? You're a real, well, you're a CRJ pilot, but what do you think of this? An empty Birmingham. Usually we've got a bit of traffic here. $115 likes, guys. Thank you very much. That's fantastic. Vita missed the landing. Missed 2 landings. Alan's got some ideas there of some fun places to land with this aircraft. Bhutan Paro. Wow. Okay, yeah, that does sound tricky. Innsbruck. How about that? I'm going to throw my suggestion in. Doctor on board, I certainly can. I shall return back to the stand we begun from. How about that for continuity? Swisspit, thanks for the amazing review. Thank you. I hope you've enjoyed it. I was fine with these add-ons, whether it be scenery or aircraft. All I've tried to do is sort of show it in as best a way that I physically can, and it's down to you guys to then decide if it's something that you would love in your own flight sim hangar. And yeah, I absolutely love it. What were we? Stand 14, weren't we? The sim pilot, yeah, there is that, but I think that's more of a tweak that can be made in due course with what sort of tug or ground equipment is required. It's the awkward era of aviation, Matthew. That's a great way of explaining the BAE 146. Russell, I am self-controlling ground, yes. Yeah, we need to do another Birmingham stream soon as controller, don't we? Right, before we park up, I just want to zoom in because I want to show you guys the suspension in action. If I go here, oh, now that she looks stunning. Okay, drone camera settled. Yano Learner, welcome. So I'm going to brake effectively when we get nearer to the actual stand stop marker. I mean, look at that. Weight on wheels, suspension compresses. There's a lot of detail gone into this. And now I can't see where I'm going. Fantastic. There's the stop line. Oh my god, 2 for 2. He's done it again. Oh, I love it. Fabulous. There we are. We get a shutdown, folks. Back exactly where we left her. So, park brakes on. Boozer Brandy, yeah, imagine this with FSX, GSX, that'd be great. So, get the tablet back up. Doink. And we've got the APU and everything on up here. And we'll get the beacon off. We'll open this so we can go chocks. That door animation, I love it. Zoom in a bit closer. And in fact, let's go across here a little bit. Need to turn the light off here. Oh, I forgot the strobes. Right, stairs. Look at that for an animation. And a little rattle at the end as well, metal clanking against the ground. Remarkable job by the Just Flight team. Let's do a bit of a spotting, shall we? We've got one on final approach here. Russell, the nose oleo needs a bit more pressure. So I'm looking forward to being able to bring you guys some other previews as this progresses through its beta journey, if you like, through to adding the FMC and everything else as well, through to release. I'm hoping at some point in the near future as well we'll be able to show off the upcoming Concorde. That's releasing next week as well. So yeah, we've got a really busy month ahead for us flight simmers in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Fantastic products. Got my teeth back in again. Fantastic products from lots of high quality, well-renowned developers like Just Flight, PMDG, and the like, all creating their aircraft add-ons for Microsoft Flight Simulator. We've got the BAE 146 that's coming in the next couple of months. We've got the PMDG 737 arriving in the near future as well. The Fenix Sim A320 arriving in the near future, hopefully. DC Design's Concorde arriving in about a week or two. Hopefully we can bring you guys some streams with that. And there she is, the BAE 146 by Just Flight. Martin and the Just Flight team have done an incredible bit of work so far with this. She looks stunning. She looks well placed inside Microsoft Flight Simulator, actually. Want of a better word. That's Doctor on board flying back in again. Good stuff. Hopefully you're impressed by it. All of you guys watching wherever you are in the world, I hope you've seen it shown off in a really nice way. You thought, you know what, I'd love a bit of complexity to my sim operation and I want something like this, a perfect companion. Share your thoughts. Projected release date end of August potentially. That's what they're hoping for anyway. We'll wait for Coco Larder to taxi in as well. Thank you very much to everybody for flying along today. Those of you who did, like Coco Larder in the EasyJet. Thanks to our ATC controllers on the outbound as well, providing us some ATC cover for departure, but also into Jersey and back out of Jersey too. What's that light that seems to always be on? Runway exit lights. There you go. Yeah. It's me being a bit of a numpty, learning the aeroplane, forgetting tiny little things here and there. April boozer brandy, hopefully, end of April. So less than 4 weeks or so as a projected time frame, but nothing guaranteed until Just Flight tell us otherwise. If you want to monitor the progress of it, check the links in the description for today's live stream. There's a little link hidden away in there that will take you to the Just Flight website with their development page, so you can follow the progress of this wonderful aeroplane as it nears release. Thanks Martin at Just Flight for tuning in today. I hope I've been able to show your project off in a good way. Russell's going to win the lottery and buy an old aeroplane, old version of this. Good luck with that. Don't know if I'd be able to trust myself. Thanks everyone for watching. Thanks for hitting the like button, those of you who have, and welcome on board to all of our new subscribers. And Nabil, thanks for joining us as a gold frequent flyer. Thank you for supporting the stream with the channel membership. We've got some cool videos going live over the weekend coming up, including the new Mako Simulations scenery releasing this weekend as well. So there's a preview video I've got that I'll show you guys on Friday, in fact, for that. Oh, that's tomorrow. And then on the weekend, I'm working night shifts, but one of those days where I'm on nights, I'll be looking to stream into that new airport, which I can't yet reveal. Really hard for me not to say what it is yet. But yeah, hope you've all enjoyed it. Thank you all for tuning in. And I hope you're all hyped for the Just Flight BAE 146 coming soon to Microsoft Flight Simulator. Thank you very much for watching. Enjoy the rest of the week and take care.